Well, I woke up this morning and I opened the blinds, and the sun shines through the window, piercing my eyes, and I started wondering what I'm gonna do today. Maybe I go fishing down by the lake, just to run down a soul, wearing worn out old shoes in a rundown old town with the rundown blues. Well, I woke up this morning and I was looking for her. She left here long ago, looking for her share. Well, I feel so lonesome, Lord, and I feel so afraid to face a new day in the same old ways. I'm just a run-down old soul, wearing worn-out old shoes in a run-down old town with the run-down blues. Well, I'm packing my bags, gonna leave this town far behind. I got to find me a new way to drink her from my mind. Just a run-down old soul, wearing worn-out old shoes in a run-down old town with the run-down blues. Just a run-down old soul with the run-down blues. Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. It's spaces and places. It's about an old rundown town, so that's about all I got on it, though.
Nothing like starting off with a good heartbreak song.
I'll write a bunch of them.
If y'all are all right with it, we might continue that theme. My name is Hope. I'm so grateful to be here tonight. Thanks for coming out. This first one I'm going to play a little bit about me. I came back to music by way of being an active duty Army aviation officer, which, thank you. Yeah, so I was trying to convince my parents to let me drop out of high school and move to Nashville to do music, and they said, no can do, sister. And they said, you have to go to college. And so I thought, well, fine. So to spite my mother specifically, I went to West Point and joined the Army and was an active duty officer for 8 years. So, joke's on you, Mom. But I did one tour to Afghanistan and got out and heartbreak, yada, 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 picked the guitar back up and started writing. I'm sure we'll talk about that more later. But yeah, I go to Nashville quite a bit to songwrite and meet other artists. And do y'all know what love bombing is? you ever heard of this phrase before? Okay. So if you haven't, it's where like you meet someone new and they somehow magically know that you want like 16 acres and 8 goats and 10 chickens and 5 kids, and like they pretend they want that too, just like hook you in and reel you in nice and quick. So I met a guy a few years ago, and very quickly it was like obviously a love bombing situation. And I was joking with an Army girlfriend of mine, like, how many bomb references that are like real bomb references could I put in a song about love bombing before it's too many? And she said, well, I don't know. Why don't you figure it out? So I did. I wrote this song called Love Bomb. And I wasn't going to play it, but then during our sound check, Danny over here was singing Hunker in a Bunker with you. And there's a line in here about hunkering in a bunker, but not with anyone. So I figured we'll do this tonight. And there's an opportunity to sing along at the end. I would love for you. I'll teach it. It'll be easy. You can do it. All right. Y'all ready?
Ready.
This is called Love Bomb. I've been around the block with boys like you. I've waged this war a time or two. You're saying those words soft and sweet, but way too soon after we meet. You don't even know my middle name, but you light that fuse and walk my way. With a love bomb hiding heavy, nuclear code before I'm ready. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4. Then you're dropping it out that door. A love bomb coming in high, laser coded right from the sky. Put that munition on ice, 'cause boy, I know your type. Love bomb. Baby, you're a love bomb. Well, good thing it's come from a mile above. Yeah, I got time to turn and run, 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 run. Hunker in a bunker and bide my time. Stay out of your roadside line. Don't even know my middle name, but you light that fuse and walk my way. With a love bomb hiding heavy, nuclear code before I'm ready. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4. Then you're dropping it out that door. A love bomb coming in high, laser coded right from the sky. Put that munition on ice, 'cause boy, I know your type. Love bomb. Baby, you're a love bomb. Toll the bell, sound the alarm. Baby, I'm going red con 1. For a love bomb hiding heavy, nuclear code before I'm ready. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4. Then you're dropping it out that door. A love bomb coming in high, laser coded right from the sky. Put that munition on ice, 'cause boy, I know your type. Love bomb. Baby, you're a love bomb. All right, y'all ready for your part? It's just get gone with your love bomb, baby. You think you can do that? I'll sing it first and you can sing it next. It goes a little something like this. I said, get gone with your love bomb, baby. Your turn. Get gone with your love bomb, baby. Hey. I said, get gone with your love bomb, baby. One more time. Get gone with your love bomb, baby. Hey. I said, I don't want no, I don't want no, I don't want no love bomb. Hey, I don't want no, I don't want no, I don't want no love bomb. Hey, I can't take it anymore, no. I can't take it anymore, no.
Well, now I'm torn. I'm sitting here going, gosh, should I do Hunker in the Bunker? I wasn't planning on doing that. Hi, my name is Danny. I live in Georgetown, Texas, and I've kind of lived all over the place. I've traveled around quite a bit, and so tonight's theme of places and spaces kind of spoke to me, I guess. And I'm going to do a song I wrote when I was in Indiana. I spent some time in Indiana, mostly in southeastern and south central Indiana. And in fact, the song is called South Central for South Central Indiana. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. I have a tendency to talk quiet and sing loud. So the song is basically just observations and impressions from my time spent there. Driving down the old highway from before the interstate was built. Small towns and open space, fields laid out just like a patchwork quilt. Smell the dirt and feel the heat, faded houses sagging to the ground. Empty storefronts on Main Street, the factory is dark outside of town. This used to be a place of industry and hope, but now the decay haunts it like a ghost, South Central. Church buildings up for sale, the founder's statue on the courthouse lawn. Testaments to glory days from the time before the world moved on. A diner by the rail yard opened in the Second World War. A yellowed picture postcard welcomes all who come on in the door. And we wonder why they're angry, and they wonder what to do. It's hard to say just who's to blame. It's hard to see what's true. South Central. Well, they call this the heartland, but it's got a tired soul from hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. South Central. Thank you.
All right. Again, my name is Gabe Choate from Graham, Texas. That's up by Possum Kingdom Lake in north central Texas. Anyway, yep. I want to thank y'all for having me tonight. I write a lot. I write most of my own songs, but most of the time they are either about love, breakup, sex, or alcoholism, or some kind of a combination thereof. Sometimes all of that in one song. Anyway, this next song is yeah, there we go. This, I saw the sign back there. It said, keep lyrics PG. I think this is PG, but In Wichita Falls, Texas, there is a certain kind of beauty shop called the Sugar Shack, and they do Brazilian waxes there. And so anyway, I wrote this song about that place. Name of this song is Sweet Tooth. You got love that drifts like honey. It's raining like hell, but in here it's sunny. Come back to bed, baby, just let it rain. The kids are in school and the house is empty. You give me that look like you wanna tempt me. Your mama's calling, let that telephone ring. Give me some of that sugary stuff. Love so sweet, I can't get enough. I got a sweet tooth, you know what to do. Give me some of that sugary stuff. Love so sweet, I can't get enough. I got a sweet tooth, and I'm gonna give it to you. If we keep this up, I have a mouthful of fillings. Dinner spills piled up to the ceiling. Gonna give a root canal a new definition. Bring that candy over here. I got a powerful hunger and no fear. I need a taste of that sweet confection. Give me some of that sugary stuff. Love so sweet, I can't get enough. I got a sweet tooth, you know what to do. Give me some of that sugary stuff. Love so sweet, I can't get enough. I got a sweet tooth, and I'm gonna give it to you. All right. So cut the cake and slice the pie. You're like Snickers, you sure satisfied. I got a sweet tooth, you know what to do. Give me some of that sugary stuff. Love so sweet, I can't get enough. I got a sweet tooth, you know what to do. Give me some of that sugary stuff. Love so sweet, I can't get enough. I got a sweet tooth, and I'm gonna give it to you. Got a sweet tooth, and I'm gonna give it to you. Aye. Oh, thank y'all so much.
I don't know how to follow up. You're like a Snickers, you satisfied. That's incredible. Oh, man. Well, I think the only right thing to do is take a hard left turn. We're going to bring it down a second. This next song I'm going to play for y'all is called Dog Dishes Laundry. And normally my lead guitar player says I'm not allowed to tell a room full of new friends that I'm divorced until we're past the third song in a set. But I feel like these are special circumstances, and y'all are special new friends. So, hi, my name is Hope. I'm happily divorced. But when I got divorced, I was living in North Carolina and had like 2.5 acres and this, big 4-bedroom bonus room, 2-story house with 2 dogs and a cat I didn't want. And I didn't have a job. I was in law school at the time. And I just remember thinking, like, what in the world am I going to do with 2.5 acres and 4 bedrooms and 2 dogs and a cat I don't want and no money, right? And I would come home from class and just, like, want to get in bed and cry. Because that's a lot to keep up with on top of, like, a full course load and yada, 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 woe is me. Not to mention all the drama that goes along with a divorce. And My mom said, honey, you can come home and you can get in bed and cry, but the first thing you have to do is walk the dog, do the dishes, and fold the laundry. And once you do those 3 things, or an equivalent set of chores like dusting, or mowing the lawn, or trimming the hedges, or bushes, some might say. Some of y'all got that. You're my people. Thank you. Then you can get in bed and cry, But chances are after you walk the dog, do the dishes, and fold the laundry, you'll be all right, and you'll be able to move on with your day. And so I like to sing this song, especially for folks that are going through something right now in the audience. Thank you for making it out of the house tonight. But if that's you, walk the dog, do the dishes, and fold the laundry. Life's gone and hit the fan like it has time and again. Bootstraps are worn, my patience is running thin. The left side of the bed's gone cold. You left me out here on my own. 2 acres and too many tears to hold. But before I can sit down to cry, find the time to ask God why. I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, fold the laundry. I'll sweep the floors, wipe the counters, dust the bunnies. So when I break down, 'cause he ain't around, the only mess in this house is I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, fold the laundry. I didn't want to wind up here. 1 month feels like a year. I got Mama on the phone and I'm bending her ear. She says that I'll be fine, just take it one day at a time. The hardest part is letting go of the future that I thought I'd know. I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, fold the laundry. I'll sweep the floors, wipe the counters, dust the bunnies. So when I break down, 'cause he ain't around, the only mess in this house is me. I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, fold the laundry. So before I can sit down to cry, find the time to ask God why. Yeah, I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, fold the laundry. I'll sweep the floors, wipe the counters, dust the bunnies. So when I break down, 'cause he ain't around, the only mess in this house is I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, fold the laundry. I'll walk the dog, do the dishes, and fold the laundry.
So there I was in the bathtub. I'm sorry to put that picture in your mind. And trying to relax because I was dealing with a very stressful professional relationship that had turned toxic. And as I sat there in the hot water and the steam, and suddenly the phrase popped into my head, "Baby, I've moved to the moon." Didn't really know what that meant, but all of a sudden I felt like there was a song coming on. So unfortunately, I didn't have a notepad handy or even my cell phone. So I jumped out of the tub and ran naked through the house. Sorry for that image. And grabbed a pen and paper, got back in the tub, and wrote this song. Baby, I've moved to the moon. I'm walking around in my pressurized suit, and soon I'll be out of your range. I'm happy and warm here within. I've got my own oxygen supply, and it feels pleasantly strange. The emptiness is setting me free. The load is less in this gravity. You can't touch me now. You can't touch me now. No one remembers my name. Back at the place where I came from, I did my time. Time out of mind. But here in this alien land, I'm finding things I can hold in my hand and say, this will be mine. The emptiness is setting me free. The load is less in this gravity. And you can't touch me now. You can't touch me now. The emptiness is setting me free. The load is less in this gravity. And you can't touch me now. You can't touch me now. You can't touch me now. No, you can't touch me now. Baby, I've moved to the moon, surrounded by foundlings, bewildered, washed on the shore of tranquility. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. So you guys having a good time tonight? Yes. I really like the little mix. Yes, thank you. I like the little mix we got going on. It's just something there. It's just kind of special. So this is the part of the evening where I do a little Q&A, and if you guys have questions, kind of just raise your hand, and I'll see, I'll find you out. So I'll go first. Hope, since we're all new friends here and old now, we've heard about Danny's bathtub story. I feel like we can get a little bit kind of personal. I think let's do it. So
Amen.
Yes, I'm the what? Yes, exactly. So I would ask the best place you've ever played, but come on, it's right here. I mean, it's, Texasmusiccafe, so there's no reason why we even need to go there. But you don't have to name names or specifics, but I would like to know either the sketchiest, awkwardest, or just kind of the most interesting place that you may have ever performed in front of a group of people. I feel like there's some stories here, and I think with Hope being, in her background, I think there might be something here. What you got? Is there anything to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think every musician has the pure sketchiest bar back corner they've ever played before.
Yeah.
I'd say though, more interestingly, the most awkward experience I've had playing a venue is my sweet baby lead guitar player Mason Henson is petite, but he shreds on a guitar, right? So he takes up a ton of space on stage, but when he gets off stage, you're like, oh wow, look at baby little Mason, right? And he's gonna hate hearing me say that, but it's just true. But we were playing at a venue, and there were some gals in the front row who were maybe, he's 21 now, he wasn't 21 at this time, but they were maybe 30-ish years his senior, and they had been well served, if you know what I'm saying. And they were on kind of his side of the stage, and they were just really eating up this very adorable, bespeckled lead guitar player. And when we got off, normally I'm the person who's caught at the bar with someone and I have to be like, hey band, help a sister out. But poor Mason is standing there, and the way, there was plastic surgery involved, and he felt very suffocated. And suddenly Mason's over there giving the rest of the band the eyes, someone come get me. And so I'd say that's the most awkward place we've ever played.
That is definitely, I can see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The venue was great. It was just that after.
And it's not that I want you to, rag on anybody particular or anything like that, but I feel like that there's always just that point in your career that's just something oh my gosh, I got to tell this story. I never know the right time. So I feel like, just like Danny's bathtub story, I mean, you just got to just bring it in there, So,
yeah.
Gabe, anything kind of interesting from your past you want to share with us with your interesting places?
So, I guess sometime last year, I can't remember what time of year it was. I think it was early in the year, in 24. I was doing a little radio tour, and this is interesting. But so there's a little town, Mason, Texas. Y'all probably know where that is. Yeah. But so I go to the radio. I called the DJ, and she said, "Here's the address." So I pull up at this address, and it's a funeral home. Oh. And so I'm like, okay. And I look out there, and there's a little sign, like one of those real estate signs, that push in the ground. And it had the radio logo on it. And I'm like, okay. So I walk in, and she takes me back to the studio. And, I mean, there's coffins everywhere,
I love it.
And sit down there, and we do the radio interview, and it's all nice. And she actually asked the question, though. She said, where's the most interesting place you've ever done an interview? I was like, let me think about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
oh, yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, yeah, that's I think it's KHLB, in Mason, Texas. So, yeah. It is in a funeral home.
You got to love the small towns and the multi-use buildings there.
Right,
so that's
right.
great. That's great. So, Danny, anything you want to kind of just share with us?
Sure. This will be a confession as well, I guess. Many years ago, I was playing bass in a rock band, a hard rock band, and we had a gig in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and nobody showed up. It was kind of actually a decent place, but nobody showed up. I mean, we're playing to one guy. We called him the Audient.
Oh, I love it.
But we were paid to be there, so we were going to do our 4 sets. And but about I don't know, I think it was about halfway through. I remember vividly we were playing "Highway to Hell," and I glanced over, and our PA system was on fire. And the Audient was like, "Oh, that's great! You guys are awesome!" I thought it was part of the show. And it turned out that the paper from one of the speakers, the voice coil, getting all technical, but it basically heated up and caught the speaker on fire. And then I saw our sound man running and looking for a fire extinguisher and finding one and putting it out. And anyway, needless to say, by the end of the night, we were pretty despondent. We figured we're never going to be asked back to this place, and it was a lousy night. And plus, now we're out however much it's going to cost to fix our PA system. So we proceeded to get quite drunk, and somebody came up with the great idea that there were parking meters all up and down the road, and so maybe we could get some money from the parking meters. And some parking meters were allegedly removed and allegedly left with the band, and when they were opened up, which was apparently a considerable challenge, I think the take was 35 cents. So I still look back at that as a low point on many different levels.
But you got to take the good with the bad, and I feel like that's what life's about, is just all the experiences. These are great stories. So does anybody in the audience have anything they want to kind of bring up or anything? So, okay, all right. Well, if not, we'll get back to. Oh, we got one. Hey, I know this guy. Hi.
So I'm only asking this question because nobody else had any other questions, because it's very specific. But this is for Hope. So you're walking the dog and doing the dishes and folding the laundry, and that line is, you're talking about doing these kind of mundane things to work you into the day, but you've got the most engaging melodic part of the song on that phrase. Mm-hmm. Did you think about that, or is that just an interesting happenstance, or how'd that work?
I would love to say I'm that thoughtful of a songwriter. No, I think it just happened that way. I wrote that song with a friend of mine named Megan in Nashville, and yeah, I kind of came to her with the idea of, like, I know that this sounds stupid, but I've had this checklist of a song in my head for a long time, and kind of told her this story of wanting to write kind of a self-help song, really, but in kind of a lamenting fashion, so it's a little easier to digest. And I think as we were kind of picking through chord structure and melody and how we wanted the song to feel, like, we did want it to feel in that moment of, like, it does get lighter, like, it does get easier. Like, the more you pick yourself up, the less heavy the burden feels. So that I remember being a topic, and it sounds like you picked up on it, which is great. But I don't know that we were all that intentional with the chorus line. So,
well, it makes a lot of sense at that point in the song, but the words kind of go against that, interestingly. So, thank you.
Awesome. Anybody else? Okay. All right. Well, you're back up, Gabe. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good story. So, thank y'all. So in February of 23, I went to a songwriter festival in Red River, New Mexico, and it's one that Susan Gibson and Josh Grider, Walt Wilkins. Walt Wilkins is one of my favorite songwriters of all time. But anyway, they put this on, and of course, you spend all day listening to them talk about their songs and playing their songs. And anyway, I had every night when I'd get into my room there in the ski lodge at like midnight, I would stay up till 3 or 4 writing. And anyway, this is one that was written while I was up there, and I love Red River, New Mexico. It's beautiful, and it was in February, so everything was snowy. It was wonderful, and you could see your breath when you walked outside. But anyway, this is you would think I would write a happy song, but I did not. So anyway, it's called "Wish I Would Have Known." Would been nice, you told me you were no forever girl. Wished I'd known from the get-go not to make you my whole world. Would have saved a lot of time and pain. I found out a little too late. Wished I'd have known the answer. Wished I'd have known the score. Wished I'd have known what you was after before those teardrops hit the floor. Oh, wish I would have known. Hope you find those things you're chasing. Hope you find them in your time. Hope you feed your hunger. Wish you could have when you were mine. That all those dreams have up and flown. Wish I would have known. Wished I'd have known the answer. Wished I'd have known the score. Wished I'd have known what you was after before those teardrops hit the floor. Oh, wish I would have known. Wished I'd have gave you the answer. Wished I'd have held you more. Wish we were chasing laughter, but you walked out that door. Oh, wish I would have known. Oh, wish I would have known. Oh, wish I would have known. Oh, thank you.
Would it blow your mind if I told you the next song I'm going to do is called Red River? Different Red River, not New Mexico. Here's the funny thing about being a songwriter. I don't know if y'all will share this sentiment, but sometimes you'll start a song and either not finish it or you won't love it in its kind of finished form, and then years later you'll come back to it and it will either you'll take it in its unfinished form and finish it, or you'll cannibalize it and you'll take the part you liked from it and use it in something else and get rid of the one that you didn't love. That happened to me. That's why I'm telling you the story. But I used to live in Clarksville. I was stationed at Fort Campbell, and I would drive from Fort Campbell to Nashville all the time. And there's a bridge that crosses something called the Red River. And I don't know why, I was just driving to Nashville, and this verse and lyric came to me, and I had all the verses for many, many years. I'm talking, this was like 2013-ish time frame that I wrote the verses. And just last year, was sitting down with one of my favorite co-writing buddies. His name is Joe Kyle, and he and I are both people of faith. And I sang him these verses. Like, I didn't even have a guitar part for it. And so we started picking at it and talking about it and what does it mean. And he started writing the music side of it. And we really kind of decided it's a song not just about like a baptism, but about a faith journey in general. Because like the verses, I put it down for a while and kind of forgot about it and didn't really like it anymore. Didn't really know what to do with it. And then years later, it came back to me. And that's kind of my experience walking in faith as well. Grew up in it, put it down for a while. Wasn't really serving me, or so I thought. So this song is called Red River. I have to tune my guitar, though, so talk amongst yourselves for a second. We'll roll with what we got.
Red river, by your muddy banks I grow. Red river, by your muddy banks I know. The time is moving so fast, so tell me if it is gonna last. Red river, by your muddy banks I grow. Red river, the water is rising high. Red river, my daddy said he gonna die. And fear from his sins past can make me wonder if he will pass. Red river, the water is rising high. Your cold-hearted water, it took me right in, ran clear when I came up again. And I never know where your water flows, but I'm coming back wherever I go. Running this river as far as I can, the banks never dry. Wherever I stand, washing my hands. A red river. Red river, the night is drawing near. Red river, yeah, that is what I feel. The devil lurks in the dark, and I'm all alone without a spark. Red river, the night is drawing near. Your cold-hearted water, it took me right in, ran clear when I came up again. And I never know where your water flows, I'm coming back wherever I go. Running this river as far as I can, the banks never dry. Wherever I stand, washing my hands. A red river. I won't stop till my hands are clean. Yeah, I won't stop till my hands are clean. Yeah, I won't stop till my hands are clean. Yeah, I won't stop till my hands are clean. Your cold-hearted water, it took me right in, ran clear when I came up again. And I never know where your water flows, but I'm coming back wherever I go. Running this river as far as I can, the banks never dry. Wherever I stand, washing my hands. A red river. Run to the water, run to the water, children, run to the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
Good stuff.
Well, interesting. I'm going to do a water song also. And it's interesting, you spoke there, Hope, about songs that take a long time. And this song had its genesis a number of years ago. I found myself on a rainy night in the outskirts of New Orleans, staring out across the black void of Lake Pontchartrain, and went, grabbed my notebook, and I jotted down, "Standing in the rain, at Lake Pontchartrain. And then tucked my notebook away, and that was that. Years went by, and one day I was working on a song, wrestling with a song, and I managed to get the chords and get the melody and everything, but I could not come up with lyrics. Everything I tried just didn't seem right. So I went and pulled out some of my notebooks, and the first notebook I opened, on the first page, and I saw "Standing in the Rain at Lake Pontchartrain." And I went, oh, that fits. Fits the meter and fits the kind of the vibe. And all of a sudden, the rest of the song, the rest of the lyrics just poured out. And so that is this song. It's called Pontchartrain. Standing in the rain at Lake Pontchartrain, darkness all around me, clouds hang low in the sky, silent, still and brooding, like Pontchartrain. Countless miles behind me, none here know my name. Maybe the past won't find me at brackish, foul and murky, thoughts swim in my mind, who knows what is lurking deep and out of sight, silent, still and brooding, like Pontchartrain. Countless miles behind me, none here know my name.
That was kind of spooky, man. So speaking of that, I'm going to stay in that vein. October 27th of this coming year, I will have 3 years sober. Anyway, this next song that I'm going to play, it's called Ghost, and it's my current radio single, and we shot a video for it you can find on YouTube. Go look that up. Anyway, this is the very last song I wrote while still drinking. And I can't tell you what month it was in 22, but it was in sometime between July and October of 22. Anyway, it's called Ghost. Hope y'all enjoy it. I know a little bit about ghosts. I live few of them to keep me company when I'm drunk. Remind me where I've been. They keep knocking around this house. They make their presence known, reminding me of love and laughter. Everything that's gone. These ghosts won't leave me be. They won't leave me the hell alone, reminding me of the good times. They keep me moving on, moving on. Guess I need an exorcist, a holy man or a shrink. Douse the whole house in holy water, pour that booze down a sink. Gonna anoint my doors with oil. Maybe I'll burn some sage. Put her memory out of my misery. Maybe then I'll turn a page. These ghosts won't leave me be. They won't leave me head alone, reminding me of the good times. They keep me moving on, moving on, moving on. These ghosts won't leave me be, won't leave me the hell alone, reminding me of the good times. Keep me moving on, moving on, moving on. Moving on.
I'll make a plug for our merch real quick if you want.
Yeah, sure.
After the show, if y'all want to meet us back at the merch table, we have stuff for sale. That's it.
Thank you.
Not a very good saleswoman, so buy it or don't. I don't care. Actually, I do care. I need gas money. So I asked the guys before the show how, like, it's places and spaces. And I was like, how close of a connection are we doing to places and spaces? And I had, an almost 10-hour drive today to think, how am I going to make this next song a place and a space? Here's what I'm going to say. The internet is a place and space, right? Yep. Chat rooms used to be that's a place. It's a fake place, but it's there.
It's there.
Anyway, that's as close as I can get. This song is actually genuinely inspired by a Facebook group. So there are many, many benefits to being a female service member. Number one, lines for bathrooms, they don't exist because there aren't many of us. So unlike any other show you go to a military installation, 0 women in the restroom. The sisterhood is very, very strong. That's really cool. And then when I tell people, I was in the Army, they're like, well, you're too pretty. And I'm like, well, you never would have told me that beforehand, so thank you. So great benefits. Here's one downside. There are some jealous wives and girlfriends out there, okay? And I love them with all my heart. I'm glad that they love their service member. I don't. You don't got to worry about me. So what had happened was I was down at Fort Rucker for flight school, and I was getting ready to go to the flight line for the first time. And, we had like a week to get all of our gear together and get all our books and blah, 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 blah. And another friend of mine was in this like Fort Rucker Army Wives Facebook group. And she was like, did you know that your name is on the Fort Rucker Army Wives Facebook group? And I said, no, what are you talking about? And she took a screenshot. And you get assigned like a flight buddy in flight school that you learn with, and you have the same instructor pilot. It's just the 2 of you and the instructor pilot. And we had recently received the names of our flight buddies. They call them stick buddies. And I really would love to petition to change that name, but I digress. So my stick buddy's wife found out that I am a lady. And so she was very concerned about this, and she was saying some very mean things about me, having never met me, on this Facebook group. So I wrote a song inspired by a place, the Fort Rucker Army Wives Facebook group, right?
There you go.
Called Sloppy Seconds.
Love it already.
I got a beer and a bone to pick. You got a problem, but honey, I ain't it. I got a hitch in my giddy up, 'cause you can't keep your big mouth shut. Running my name across town. Been gunning to bring me down. Let me say this just one time. Your old man has never crossed my mind. What do you see when you sleep with him? All I know when I look at him is I see a beer gut, broke back, deep debt, no class. Girl, I know that you might feel threatened, but I ain't taking your sloppy seconds. I've been single for a hot dang minute, but your boyfriend, no, he still can't get it. I ain't saying that you done gone crazy. If you got another woman, I ain't that lady. You've been running my name across town. You've been gunning to bring me down. Well, let me say this just one time. Your old man has never crossed my mind. What do you see when you sleep with him? All I know when I look at him is I see a beer gut, broke back, deep debt, no class. Girl, I know that you might feel threatened, but I ain't taking your sloppy seconds. I'd rather be alone forever than share a home with your home wrecker. I'd rather be alone forever than share a home with your home wrecker. And let me say this just one time. Your old man has never crossed my mind. What do you see when you sleep with him? All I know when I look at him is I see a beer gut, broke back, deep debt, no class. Girl, I know that you might feel threatened, but I ain't taking your sloppy seconds.
you. It's my mother's least favorite song.
Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the night, I live in Georgetown, Texas, which is about 75 miles down the road. I love coming up here to Waco, and especially to the Texas Music Cafe. This is just such an incredible place. It's a rare thing, so yeah, I hope you guys appreciate that. It's fantastic. I wrote this song based on coming up here to the Texas Music Cafe. I was driving up one night and got to the outskirts of Waco, and I saw a billboard advertising the penguin exhibit at the Cameron Park Zoo. And that got me to thinking about the penguins in Waco and wondering how they feel. And I ended up writing a song about the penguins in Waco called The Penguins in Waco.
Yes.
In deep central Texas, far from the sea, where ice is a rarity, there sits an enclosure with birds from Antarctica the people all flock to see. Why were they brought here? What was the point? Who came up with this idea? Now they're in Waco. I wonder where they'd go if they had the opportunity. Sometimes I wonder about the penguins in Waco. Do they sense that something is wrong? Sometimes I feel like a penguin in Waco, like somehow I just don't belong. I bet that they're happy with all of those fish and round-the-clock veterinary care. But still, do they ponder that something ain't right in the feel and the smell of the air? Would they go elsewhere if they had the choice? Or would they even care? Do they even know they're a long way from home, like I do as I'm sitting here? I sit and I wonder about the penguins in Waco. Do they sense that something is wrong? Sometimes I feel like a penguin in Waco, like somehow I just don't belong. A life short and free or in long captivity, which is the preferable way? Does it even matter as long as we get fatter in the habitats that we maintain? I too came from elsewhere, close to the sea, a darker and colder clime. I'm happy here for much of the year, but sometimes it weighs on my mind. That's when I wonder about the penguins in Waco. Do they sense that something is wrong? Sometimes I feel like a penguin in Waco, like somehow I just don't belong. Sometimes I feel like a penguin in Waco, like somehow I just don't belong. Thank you.
Danny, thank you for the Waco home. You know, the quirky...